Hi everybody, this is Tina with Two Chicks and a Cricket, and I wanted to do a video for you guys today. When Wendy and I first started our blog, we used to do a Technique Tuesday, a Website Wednesday, and a Let's Get Organized Thursday. And we stopped doing the technique and the organization tips, and we kept doing the website Wednesdays. If you guys, for those of you who follow our blog, know that we post a website every Wednesday. But I thought it would be fun this week to do a video for each of those ones that we don't do anymore, the Technique Tuesday and the Let's Get Organized Thursday. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about buttons. And this is something really fun I just recently started doing. So I wanted to just talk first about some variety of buttons. So we all have seen these kind of buttons. These are just some different color buttons that I have that are just all different shapes, and I have all different colors, and they're just in little jars. And I just collect them from lots of times like yard sales. You can find like big bags of buttons that people are getting rid of for like really cheap. Here's a really big one. That is really cute. So I've just kept my eye out for buttons. My mom gave me a bunch of old buttons recently. And so I just keep them. Sometimes I forget to use them, or sometimes these are really thick. I don't know if you can see how thick that is, but some of them are like pretty thick, so it's kind of hard to maybe find adhesive to hold them down. I'm in the process right now of trying out a lot of different adhesives, and that's one of the things I'm trying to find is a good adhesive that will hold down buttons. So I don't use these as much as I would like, and I'm hoping to use them more. So then we've seen, Wendy sent me some of these recently. I don't know where she found these, but they're really tiny. They're super, super tiny. And these I thought would be really cute for like my daughter's baby album. Those are kind of thick though too. And then recently I found a bunch of these kind of buttons at a craft store. This is a snowman, but it has this little loop on the back. And then here's some more that I found. Wendy, I think, got me these little ladybugs. I love ladybugs. Anything ladybug, I love it. But they have these little loops, and then I had found this little ladybug. And I'm assuming they're, I find them, like, I found them in the sewing section. So I'm assuming that they're, like, just regular buttons or decorative buttons. But I had gotten a whole bunch of these. Like, I found a bunch of these for, like, 10 cents. This is a baking bowl. And so I found that these little loops are really easily cut off. We're going to try to do this without hurting myself. But if you just have a really good craft knife and you just wiggle it back and forth, it comes right off. I'm kind of doing that off camera. Sorry, guys. So see how easy that was? And then it's flat. And then a really great adhesive for these is the quick adhesive, quick dry adhesive. Let me turn on a light in here and shut this curtain and see if my lighting is better. Okay, well, you might get my shadow, but that might be better. Let's see if you can see that better now. Yeah, see how much better that is? So I have cut off a bunch of these already. These were golf clubs. And I just cut the back of it off. So there's those. I'm going to use these bees. Right now I'm working on a layout. And I'm going to use these little bumblebees. And I just snipped off the back. So there's those. Then I found a bunch of these. Again, I found them at my local scrapbook store. And I found them really cheap. They were like 10 cents a package. And I guess these are called snaps. So they look like eyelids that, or I guess the concept is like an eyelid, but they're like flat. And I've heard them called snaps, and you use your eyelid setter to use those. And those are fun for like the center of flowers and stuff. Then I have this, which is the Martha Stewart button punch. And it works real simple, just like a punch. It embosses and punches at the same time. So then you get this little thing that looks like a button. See the back of it? Looks, you know, so it's embossed around the edge and then has the holes. And I used that on this layout. So I did buttons right here, and I just used a black pen and like did it for the threading, and I did it also on the corner. So that one is fun to use, and you can just use whatever pattern paper that you're using. You can use, you know, you can make a button to match it, that matches. So that's kind of fun. And then this is something that I just started doing. So I have these punches right here. These are creative memory punches. So we could use any punch that you had. So I just used this. I did this on a layout last night. I did it on one of our sketches. So you're just going to punch. So then you just have this little heart. Then all I did was I took this hole punch, and this is like a 1/8, so it's really tiny. And then I put it like in the middle, and I punched 2 little holes, and then it kind of looks like a button. So I used that on this, which you guys are getting a sneak peek, because this is our next sketch. So let me move the camera, and I'll hold this up so you can see. So these, it's kind of hard to see, like I need to find a better way to make those little holes pop. But then they just look like cute little buttons. And then when you do it with stars, now I did this one with stars on a layout that, I don't have it here. It was a pre-made layout that's up at Trinity Crafts here in Willits. But I'll show you what I did for it. I had taken a star, and I did same concept, punched a hole right in the middle. And that kind of gave it a different look. So there are a couple techniques. I'll show you how I used the buttons that I cut off. Here is it's like a little cutting board, and then here's a little rolling pin that I cut the little loop off the back and stuck it right there on the apron for a page for our family album. So those are some techniques that you can use for either making buttons or for using buttons on your pages. And the other thing you can do with these just regular buttons is you can use your stickles on them. You can use ribbon through the holes. I've done that before, where I've just threaded ribbon through the holes and tied ribbon in it, and that looks really cute. The other thing is if you don't have one of those 1/8 hole punches, you can use a paper piercer. This is a Making Memories paper piercer that has an embosser on the top, and then it pierces it needle point on the other end. And I got this in my eyelet setter toolkit, but I believe you can get these at Michael's for around $2. Wendy got one, just a single one, and she just got it at Michael's. So you can use this to pierce your paper, Or if you don't have any of those, you can always just use a thumbtack and it will just make a hole. That's all you're doing. So anyways, guys, I hope that this was a fun technique that you'll try out. And leave us a comment and let us know if you've tried it out or what you think of it. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.